Okay, on this one, I wanted to thank everybody that's been watching. We're just in the intermediate part. I've spent my whole life traveling all over the world. Is this in the way? And trying to learn different ascension techniques from every part of the planet. And it's nice to have people listening. I used to have my own career doing healings. I'm a Reiki master teacher and just a major symbol energy freak. So it's nice to have people pay attention and say thank you. And I want to thank all of you who have been sharing and watching. So we're going to go on. Thank you. We're going to go on to the next one. Now, how many people have seen a star and a pentagram? Ooh, it could be devil stuff. Or it could be a quantum leap into expanded reality. We're going to spend some time on the hologram and this symbol here. Quantum leap. This is where we're right at, folks. We are letting go of the past, making room for miracles and expanded realities. And I really want to get into that because somewhere, somebody said, okay, this is how we're going to play this game. Okay, we're all going to be born. We're all going to get old. We're going to die. We're going to get sickly. Then somebody says, well, we should spend like $500,000 on pharmaceuticals and then die. And we can't just, like in the old days, walk out into the wilderness and just be one with nature and die that way. No, we have to, you know, be hooked up to all these machines and stay in a coma for a month. And we're making up all these rules, okay? And it's getting tighter and tighter. And of course, you might have noticed that it has a lot to do with economy. So, who made up these rules? Who made up that certain foods are going to make you fat? Who made up that if you do this, you're going to get sick? Who made up that people can be born deformed? Who made up all these rules? We did. So now with this realm shift, with this quantum leap, we're giving the opportunity to let go of the buildings, the streets, the technology. It's very, very frightening. There are a lot of beings that do not want us to let go of this physical illusionary world because they have a sense of control over us. And we need to want to have material stuff. Okay? What if you could create whatever you wanted with just a thought? Okay? What if you could be around the planet like that, just a thought? Well, there goes the airline industry. There goes television. There goes cell phones. There goes the internet. All of these things that have come into place that are part of this game that we're playing will go away because we won't need them anymore. We won't even need houses. The thought of coming in and being born and having a body that's dense, that can get injured, that can get fat, that can get old. How many people have not wanted to get old? Through centuries, people have been looking for the fountain of youth, not even realizing that they were the fountain of youth. Okay? What is youth but an energy frequency? When we feel young and think young, we become young. So the world programs us to stop thinking like that. No, a mature person would think like this. And a mature person wouldn't be, especially in Reno, wouldn't be jogging all over the place, riding their bicycles all over the place. A mature person wouldn't be climbing to the top of the Andes. Trying to breathe. A mature person wouldn't be, and all of a sudden my generation is going, well, forget that. I'm not going to just go and sit down and die for you. And just say, okay, now I'm going to retire and be real old and not do anything and then die. there's something that's happening in this consciousness, and we're saying, wow, now we can really break loose, all our responsibilities are done, and we can just go out and have a ton of fun. And some of us are doing that a little ahead of time. Way ahead of time. So you can make room for all these brand new possibilities, and you can let go of all of the past creations, not just in your own life, but as a cosmic mind. You can expand your idea of what reality is. You can change your belief systems and create a whole new reality. So maybe you don't have to die. Maybe when it's time for you to go into a different dimension, you'll just do that. You don't have to go through all of this aging process. Maybe you can stay in this dimension as long as you want. Maybe you can move into another one and never come back. That would be your freedom of choice. You get to create a whole new reality for yourself, and the whole cosmic mind gets to recreate the game. And I'm telling you, the people in my generation that came in, we are not playing the old and sick game. We're not playing the pharmaceutical game. They're in for a really big surprise. Okay, so we're letting go of the old framework. We're letting go of our bodies. We are reordering our world. We are going to set new rules, maybe no boundaries. We'll go where no man has gone before. We can go into the unknown and be afraid. There are a lot of us that have been traveling through space and visiting other universes, other planets, other dimensions. Maybe it all is different dimensions. And learning from all these different perspectives. And it doesn't have to be the way it is here. And in fact, a lot of us not real happy with the way it is here. So now we're going to go into this one, which is called the hologram. This has really been difficult for me to understand, and then all of a sudden it just made sense. This is evolution into the wholeness, into the wholeness. Notice the triangle and the triangle, the upside down, touching itself. It is the lens. It could also be maybe a cat's eye, or it could be the eye of Horus. Okay? You can do no wrong. It's part of the evolution into the wholeness. We're going to describe how the hologram works. This is where Jim Hurtak really goes into this, and I was just like, duh? That was after reading the introduction book and the book of Enoch. Okay, so imagine God being the light, the truth, and the way. The source, the sun. Okay? The sun. And it is shining this source, this energy, down into a mirror. Okay? And this mirror is spirituality. So we're going from God into spiritual awareness, and then it goes on to a photographic field, like a screen. So this light is going on to a screen, okay? And it's going through the spirit world, right? Okay, it's going exactly like this, okay? So the light goes through the hologram, which is the evolutionary wholeness, and it's creating an illusion, and it's beaming on to this photograph field, okay? Now the spiritual is this hologram, okay? Remember that phrase, in heaven as it is on earth? Okay? So we pray down here. This is the spiral. Remember the spiral? Okay? You start here. You're on earth. You're praying. We talked about this. And then we go to heaven. We have it answered. It's done in heaven. And then we bring it back to earth. Okay? So that's connecting